Wyoming Bill, Catherine, he's been inside the tractor in all five starts this year. Just what have you been your perceptions here in his 4-year-old campaign?
Um, he's he's had a somewhat an interrupted campaign in that he started off his two races were of the year were very good with Austin Adams was on him and he was second twice with the apprentice Austin on and ran very well. We made a decision to switch to a more experienced rider in Emma and thought that she would suit him well. She had ridden him also as a 3-year-old. So we were, excited to get Emma on, and he ran a tremendous race with Emma on the inner turf and won that day. We had taken the blinkers off and ran a great race. And then Emma subsequently got hurt and was unable to ride him. So he's had, a different jockey each start since, and that's a little disappointing for a continuity. It'd been nice if Emma obviously hadn't have gotten hurt and whatnot. And Jose Lascano rode him well, and he got hurt as well and wasn't able to come back to ride him. And I think we were very fortunate that Frankie Dettori was available and able to ride him. So it'll be another change for Wyoming Bill, but I guess he's getting used to change.
Indeed, and we'll get to Frankie in a moment. But what a finish in that most recent win on June 21st, a mile and a 16th on the inner turf, the course for this year's mile. It is settled back mid-pack, and once he hit the final corner, just full of late kick that he's shown a lot of. Look, is this that two-turn past performance mile, that mile plus that has you anticipating a positive outcome here on Saturday?
Well, all year long, or really from the very beginning, he looks like a miler. I felt that he was a miler, and was hoping if his career would progress as we had hoped that he would be here, and here he is. I think he's deserves a chance to be here, but he also has to prove he belongs here.
Indeed, and like in previously, his 3-year-old campaign, mostly a synthetic runner. Now that you've made the switch to the turf, I mean, the speed figure arrows are up. Is this more a result of his surface versatility, or is this a result of the turf? Like he's just really taken to it.
I don't know. I think right now we'll stick with the turf. It seems to be, working well for him. His pedigree is his full sister, Dixie Moon. I think that, the turf she really enjoyed and accelerated on. She was second in the Natalma as a 2-year-old, in her second lifetime start. And I think he just seems to be enjoying it. So we'll stay here for now.
Right on, and now to Frankie. And how do you and the owners, the Fitzhenrys, feel about having one of the best to ever do it, piloting this one here on Saturday?
Well, we're very lucky he was available, and, he brings a lot of wealth and to the wealth isn't quite the right word. I mean, a
Yes,
lot of wealth of knowledge is where I was
yes.
going with that, and experience that I think is required at this level.
Post position 5, you've got some speed on both sides of you. What might be the conversations with Frankie seconds before the race? Minutes
I think
before.
this horse is very rideable. I think he can put him where he wants to be, and I'll leave that up to Frankie. But he's a rideable horse. He'll do what we want. We've put the blinkers back on him in hopes to keep him a little focused early in the race so that he doesn't drop back too far. So I think it'll be interesting to see the trip that Frankie works out for him.
Indeed, it will. I'll be watching with interest for sure and excitement. So good luck on Saturday with everything, Catherine, and thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Paul. Appreciate it.